Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. WCTH, is Elizabeth and Nathan's engagement coming season 13? Fans have followed Elizabeth and Nathan's love story over the years on When Calls the Heart. Recently, with a new season on the horizon, fans are wondering what could be next for the couple. In particular, fans are already weighing in on whether the two should become engaged. Viewers have been tuning into When Calls the Heart since 2014. The Hallmark Channel series is adapted from the Jeanette Oke book of the same name. The drama recently finished up season 12 back in March. Since then, fans have been wondering what the next season has in store, particularly what's in store for two of the series' characters, Elizabeth, played by Erin Krakow, and Nathan, played by Kevin McGarry. Nathan first joined the drama in the 6th season, coming to Hope Valley with his niece, Allie. Developing feelings for Elizabeth, he confesses his love for her in the 8th season. It also comes to light that he feels responsible for her husband Jack's passing. However, Elizabeth and Nathan's love story faced various trials. Elizabeth feared that she was projecting her feelings for Jack onto Nathan. For his part, Nathan had a rival in Lucas, who proposed to Elizabeth towards the end of the 9th season. During the season 10 finale, however, Elizabeth broke off her engagement with Lucas, not wanting to move to the capital. In the following season, she and Nathan began to reconcile their feelings with one another. Their relationship grew stronger with season 12. Together, the two, with Allie and little Jack, journeyed to Cape Fullerton to help seek treatment for little Jack. With their relationship growing stronger, fans are wondering if an engagement could soon be in their future, especially with the 13th season. Hallmark previously confirmed that a season was on the way, with an expected 2026 release. At this point, fans have already been weighing in on whether the two should get engaged. According to a recent Soon poll, fans are mixed on the issue. More than half, at around 56%, believe it will happen. However, 34% thought they weren't ready yet. Fans also took to the comments to share their thoughts on the couple and their future. As with the poll, some felt it was too early for them to become engaged, while others thought it was natural for the couple. Some comments include, "Yes, I would love for Elizabeth and Nathan to get engaged or married in S13. I love their chemistry. It would be great to watch them become a blended family and see what the future holds for them. Best couple on a TV series in a long time. Since S6, Nathan and Elizabeth have belonged together. They are soulmates. The love that each has for one another cannot be matched. This is the reason the show's ratings have skyrocketed for the last 2 seasons. How can there be another engagement when there was never a resolution of the previous, and in my mind, still remaining engagement? A 2-minute breakup scene, and absolutely no further discussion does not bode well for a future engagement. I truly feel there needs to be a lot more heart-to-heart conversations about said breakup before she goes for round 3. What do you think of Elizabeth and Nathan's engagement? Have you been following When Calls the Heart? Make sure you come back to TV shows Ace for all the latest TV and celebrity news. Is a town built on hope, resilience, and love. 3 things that never seem to go out of style in Hallmark's beloved series, When Calls the Heart. For 12 seasons, fans have followed the emotional arcs of schoolteacher Elizabeth Thatcher as she navigates love, loss, and rediscovery in the heart of a frontier town that pulses with community spirit. But now, with season 13 quietly knocking on the door, Hardies around the world are asking, could an engagement between Elizabeth and Nathan finally be on the horizon? The question has lingered ever since season 8's love triangle concluded in a whirlwind of emotion, heartbreak, and unmet expectations. Many fans were left stunned when Elizabeth ultimately chose Lucas Bouchard over Nathan Grant. It was a twist that fractured the fanbase, some elated, others disappointed, but nearly all passionately invested. Now, several seasons and story arcs later, the winds may finally be shifting. let's take a deeper dive into the clues, emotional beats, and narrative breadcrumbs that might be pointing toward one of the WCTH's most anticipated romantic developments, the engagement of Elizabeth and Nathan. A love once lost, or just delayed. When Nathan first rode into Hope Valley, he brought with him a quiet strength, a deep sense of duty, and a heart that had long been guarding its most vulnerable corners. Elizabeth, still healing from the devastating loss of her husband Jack, saw something familiar in the Mountie's eyes, and slowly, gently, their friendship bloomed. For 3 seasons, it danced between hesitancy and hope, a waltz of near confessions, glances held too long, and the aching weight of unspoken feelings. Then came the heartbreaking moment. Nathan, finally brave enough to speak his heart, was turned away. Elizabeth's words, "It's not you," echoed through Hope Valley like a sudden snowfall in spring, unexpected and chilling. But time is a funny thing in Hope Valley. Season 12 saw subtle but meaningful shifts. Lucas and Elizabeth's whirlwind romance began to unravel, each scene hinting at a growing emotional distance. Lucas, ever the gentleman, wanted adventure, dreams too big for the quiet life Elizabeth cherishes. And Elizabeth, though grateful for the passion they shared, began to question whether romance without rootedness is enough. Enter Nathan, again. Healing hearts and reopened doors. In Season 12, Nathan wasn't just the stoic Mountie anymore. We saw a softer side, the single father struggling to balance duty and parenthood, the friend who always shows up when it matters, the man who still looks at Elizabeth as if she's the sunrise he never expected to see twice. And Elizabeth, she's changed too. Gone is the woman haunted by loss. In her place stands a woman learning to choose love again, but this time with eyes wide open. There's been a noticeable tenderness in their recent interactions, quiet conversations at the schoolhouse steps, knowing smiles exchanged during town events, and perhaps most telling of all, the way Nathan looks at little Jack, with love, respect, and a touch of longing. Is it possible that the timing is finally right? Clues from the showrunners, a tease of what's to come. While Hallmark keeps its secrets close, showrunner interviews and behind-the-scenes snippets have hinted at big emotional turns in Season 13. Executive producers have spoken about a return to roots, a season focusing on foundational relationships and legacy arcs. Elizabeth and Nathan's journey, in many ways, is one of the most foundational. It's a love story that was seeded slowly, watered by heartbreak, and now, perhaps, ready to bloom. Moreover, Aaron Krakow, Elizabeth, and Kevin McGarry, Nathan, have shared an on-screen chemistry that fans often describe as quietly electric. Their scenes, while sometimes understated, pulse with a subtle intensity, the kind that lingers longer than declarations shouted from rooftops. The ring theory, an engagement in the works. Now let's talk symbolism. In WCTH, jewelry often carries meaning. From Jack's ring to Elizabeth's locket, personal items are narrative anchors. Some eagle-eyed viewers noticed that in Season 12's finale, Elizabeth was seen wearing a simple chain, one eerily reminiscent of the one she wore when she first began to open up to Nathan. Coincidence? Maybe, but in WCTA, even snowfalls and lanterns carry weight. And there's one prop missing from recent promotional photos, Lucas's ring. Could this be a sign that Elizabeth has let go of the past, making room for something, or someone, new? If Nathan is planning a proposal, it wouldn't be flashy. He's not a man of grand gestures. He'd likely do it with simple sincerity. A walk in the woods, a quiet question, a ring that symbolizes not just love, but trust restored.